run, run. You'll eventually see straight. Keep on run. New adventures every day. Run, run, run. Till you make a new mistake. Run.
So here I am. I quit my job and I couldn't be happier. I just officially dropped off my equipment to the UPS store, and that felt real to me. Like, even my last day, which was on Friday, didn't feel real to me. I was still getting work done. I was still helping people, just advising some people on what work is going to need to be done now that I'm gone. I'm somebody to replace me. But giving back that equipment made it feel real. Like, I'm done. Today's Monday. It is like 10:30 in the morning. I would be well into my job by now. Already been up, fed my cat, started the day, been on the computer, and I just rode around the city blasting my music for a couple hours, and now I'm home and I'm gonna work on my tiny shed a little bit more. But it's just still like not real for some reason. Like, I don't know, like dropping off the equipment, I was like, yeah, like I can't even do my job without equipment, so I really don't have a job now. But I don't know, it's just been such a long time. Like, I'm like a fucking decade, like a decade of feeling like I was in shackles, honestly. And granted, you can quit a job, you can work a different job, you can do whatever you want, that's your choice. But what I'm talking about is in reference to like bills, debt, that makes you feel like, why would I leave a really good job that I have to try and find another job and hope they're as decent, or just in general leave the job and not have income. It's been a long time coming, like, for real. I can imagine some people in this situation being more sad, or like, I quit my job, what am I gonna do now? But I'm like, it's just been like a weight off my chest, literally. Like, I remember driving my car, because I used to drive company cars for marketing and branding and all that. I remember driving the company vehicles and being in like a daze of like feeling like you're on autopilot kind of, and trying to snap myself back into reality. And I was like, why can't you be focused in the moment right now? Like, you don't even remember the past 10 minutes we were driving. And I realized it was because I was such in my head about every other thing I had to do, different tasks I needed to do, different projects I needed to finish, a lot of them work related, and a lot personal that always tended to get pushed on the back burner. And today, for the first time in a while, other than like when I travel or I go on trips, like I felt like in the moment. Like, I'm just driving and I'm like, ooh, that's some pretty plants. Ooh, look at that store, I should stop there next week. Ooh, maybe I'll grab me something to eat. Like, I'm just in the moment and aware of my body and this space and time and what I'm doing and my goals. And it's just been crazy, because for so long working this job, like, I felt like I am the job. And I know a lot of people can relate to that. Like, you work these 9-to-5 jobs that kind of become your life. We put our own personal well-being on the back burner. We put spending time with our family and loved ones on the back burner. We put our health on the back burner for these companies to make them billions of dollars, and then we can barely afford to take care of ourselves and our families. So I'm just happy that I'm blessed enough to be in a stage in my life where I'm like, y'all got it. Leave that for the younger people, and they don't even want to do it, honey. These millennials don't even want to work for these corporations. But leave that for whoever else, maybe, older generations who are more established. Maybe you're dealing with mortgages. Maybe you're dealing with student loan debt for your children that you're paying to go to college. Like, I don't know what your circumstances are, but there are a lot of people who really, really depend on these jobs. And I just want to make space for one of those people. I'm like, I just want to make space for somebody who needs a 9-to-5. Here you go, take over my position. Because at this stage in my life, I don't even understand why I've been doing this for 10 years. When I know what I want to do with my life, I know what my dreams are, my aspirations, like I know where I want to go. And I'm like, this was never on the list. Like, you guys, I've been working for health insurance for 10 years. And I finally feel liberated enough, because I quit this job. I don't give a fuck, you guys deal with it. But I feel liberated enough to say that, like, it's not even something that I'm passionate about. It's not an industry that I even really believe in. I don't agree with a lot of the different practices, especially working for the government. I'll say that to say the least. Government insurance. But it's just so many people like that, I realize, that are just like in industries and working jobs and doing things that don't align with them at all. And I'm just at a place where I'm like, I can't be around anyone. I can't do anything like that does not align with what I'm trying to do. Like, I just can't. It's just been too much time that's passed. And I'm like, this could have been time. Like, I just imagine where my life would be if I was focused on alternative lifestyles and traveling and doing stuff like that for the past 10 years, you know? And granted, coming out of college, I needed money. Like, I was interning, I was learning. The person who I am today and the amount of knowledge that I have to do what I'm doing today is not the person who I was 10 years ago. I'll tell you that. Like, the person I was 10 years ago was an asshole. I'm just tell you straight up. I was a jerk. And it's kind of crazy when I think of myself now. I'm like, Bria, you're so different from who you were then. But that kind of gives me like peace to know, like, okay, you're quitting your job. You quit your job. It's done. Because you're no longer that person who, you know, signed up to do that job. You're at a different place in your life. And that's okay. So if anything, I hope this video can encourage some other people to just be like, hey, you know, if you're ready for a change, if you're doing something that doesn't align with you, if you have the means, change it. A lot of times people are like, oh, I can't leave my job, I need money. But I'm like, there are, I would argue, thousands, millions of jobs out there. If you don't like the company you're working for, if you don't like the job you're doing, then go work for someone else. Not everybody needs to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody needs to live minimalistically, you know, but like, you don't have to stay doing something that doesn't make you happy. I'm looking into seasonal work. I'm looking into other ways, other forms of income. I don't want to depend on one stream of income. And I think that's why a lot of people feel so committed to their jobs, is because this is the only stream of income you've been working on for the past some odd years. You never really got the time to work on other streams because majority of your focus is going into that job. And I think it's time for people to wake up. Like, it doesn't make sense. Not even all countries are run like this. Not all countries work a 9-to-5 Monday through Friday like schedule. Like, it's not realistic to do anything else. I remember getting off of work and having complete plans of like, I'm gonna do this when I get off work, I'm gonna work on my business plan, I'm gonna do this, and it never happens. You get off, you're exhausted, and then the next day you have to get up and do it again. So your whole entire life revolves around this company that arguably doesn't give a shit about you, and if you drop dead today, they would just replace you. They wouldn't even probably go to your funeral. They might send you some flowers on behalf of the team or something like that to your family, but like, these folks don't care. Do not let them get you twisted. Like, if there are things you want to do with your life, it's up to you to take a risk and to make those things happen, because if it's up to them, you will sit and you will do the same thing over and over again to make them money, and they don't care about your happiness. They don't care about your health. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about your family. They care about their bottom line. For some people, it works for your circumstances. If you're willing to work for a company and they're paying you good money and that money is going into your household and it's benefiting you in a positive way, you know, like, go for it. I'm not telling people, everybody just quit their jobs, no one should work. Like, first of all, we all have to work. That's part of life. I'm going to have to figure out how to feed myself. I'm going to have to figure out how to shelter myself. I'm going to have to figure out how to keep myself safe. So we all have to work to some extent. But do I feel like I need to work Monday through Friday, 40 hours a week, plus overtime, and never have any time to work on my own goals? No, I don't believe that at all. I think that I can get me a part-time or a seasonal job. I can also work off the money that I've saved. And don't even get me started on 401ks, y'all. When I started looking up my information to leave this company and I saw how much money was in my 401k, and the fact that if I even want to touch that before I turn 59 and a half without penalties, I probably only get like half the money. The government is going to completely just ram its arm right up, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm like, I've made all this money. Like, especially people working 9 to 5s, like some people don't realize, especially younger people don't realize how much money you're actually worth, how much money you made. That's just sitting somewhere that some company is investing and making returns from, or whatever they're doing with the money. And if you want to do something with that money, you want to take that money and invest in yourself and do something for yourself as a young person, they're going to tell you, first of all, we're going to tax you and give you penalties so you don't even get the full amount. And second of all, you should wait till you're like 65 to do something with this money. And I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to live to 65. But I know at 29, I kind of need some money. So I might save that for another video to go like super deep into that. But I've been looking into my 401k and just being like, you know what? We just live in a complete simulation of scammery. A complete simulation of scammery. I'm like, everything I've done for the past 29 years does not make any financial sense, like whatsoever. And this is what they teach you to do. So I'm going against the grain, you guys. Like I said, I quit my job. I'm not sitting here crying about it. I'm not, no, this has literally I've been praying to quit this job for years. I just wasn't financially and physically in a place that I felt comfortable enough to do it. Now I'm in a place that I feel like, all right, I can't even do it anymore. Literally, like if I wanted to be like, oh, let me just work for the rest of this year, stack a little bit more money, it got to the point where I was like, I literally physically can't do it. Like, I'm turning on this computer and I could care less. I'm just riding the clock at this point, and I'm not the type of person that feels comfortable to just not do my job. I take pride in my work. When I left my company, they were like, we're gonna miss you. You're leaving a hole, you know, but hopefully there's no bridges burnt there. But at the end of the day, my point is just like, do what you gotta do for you. People gonna look at you like you crazy, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And for me, that was quitting this toxic 9 to 5 job. I've been working since I was 19 years old, all the way up until 29, so that I can focus on my goals, my dreams, my next steps, and take risk on myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section if you've ever quit a 9 to 5 job. How did you feel about it? Did it instantly make you feel like, holy shit, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna take care of myself? Or did it feel like liberating? Because for me right now, it really feels liberating. It feels like I stuck it to the man. Like, I was like, I don't need y'all, bye. And they're like, you mean to tell me this girl who's been living in her car, recently trying to live in a shed, has the audacity to quit her job? And I'm like, absolutely, yes, you're absolutely right. I'm not falling for it anymore. Like, it's not working for me. It's not working for a lot of people. And I want to get back to enjoying my life and spending time doing things that I love with the people I love. Like one of my gurus, Tim, always says. So continue watching me on my journey, guys. I love everyone who's been supporting me. Please like the video if you don't mind. If you're not subscribed, would love to have you. And yeah, again, I'll talk to you guys in the comment section. I quit my job. Shit's getting real. And I have plans for the future and things that I have to work on to get there. But this is definitely a big step one. I went to El Salvador. I enjoyed my birthday. And I realized, like, I have way more things I want to do in my life than be stuck behind a computer for someone else. I'd rather be stuck behind the computer editing for me and putting out videos for y'all. So until the next time we speak, I'll talk to you guys in the comment section, and peace.